kind of teaches you about, it teaches you a moderate bit about tricks, but it's also, there's some math in here. It's just nice and detailed. I like it. I don't know. I like it. But anyways, okay. So, alright. Wait, I fucked up. Oops. Let's start up at 3. And let's get a blank. Okay. So always gotta make a centaur. Give bots, item, heart. Alright. I'm gonna sit up for this. So there's some things you need to know about Oracle B before you even really start playing him. I'm not trying to give you guys a detailed Oracle guide or anything, because you guys were asking about combos, and if you're asking about combos, then that's a different discussion. You guys are all linking your Imgurs now. Keep calm and player spirit. These are good memes. I like men. Alright, Burnett. We'll play. Alright. Wow, he really does like men. Whoa, man. One picture comes out where somebody memed me. I must like men. Alright. So Oracle's abilities. If you don't know what they do, I'll explain them very quickly. Because a lot of people get hung up on Oracle. I know there's a 5K player named Bluespan Gaming. He's a pretty cool guy. You should check him out on YouTube. He said he doesn't know anything about Oracle. And I was like, damn, man. Like, I don't know how you could play. He's probably got 1,000 games. Maybe more. Probably more. Probably more games than me. And he doesn't know a thing about... Wait, hold up. This is important. Dota 2, cheats, disable creeps. This is really important because fuck the creeps, dude. This is so annoying. Disable creep spawn. I don't want to hear the towers. And then all vision. Did it work? Go over here. It worked. Sick. Alright. So Oracle's basic abilities. His Q is a nuke. That's first and foremost, okay? It's a nuke. It's only a nuke. There's no confusion, okay? So if you're like, man, Oracle's such a hard hero, I don't know how to play him. No, he's not, okay? Nuke. 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 Some caveats to the ability. It purges, okay? Do you know what a purge is, guys? Here's what a purge is. I mean, you guys know what a purge is, but you don't know what kind of purge it is, which is important. Let's go to the cheat sheet that I gave you guys. Oracle. Fortune's End. I think it says it's a soft purge. It's a basic dispel, which means removes most slows, damage buffs, speed increases, and silences. This will not remove, for instance, fuck. It's so hard to remember this. Dispels. I'm sorry, guys. This is such a, like, I wish they would clean this up and make things more obvious. Alright, basic dispels. These are all the basic dispels in the game, as you may imagine. Oracle's Fortune End is in there. Here's some strong dispels. If you get a strong dispel, that's good. You want this. This is strong. Dark Pact, Slark is OP. And then it talks about the buffs. It doesn't actually talk about the buffs. But basically, a basic dispel will remove most basic abilities that you can imagine. You know, most non-ultimate abilities. I can't go over it just because it's not telling me what abilities are basic dispellable and then strong dispellable. But basically, just know that it's a basic dispel, Kappa. Okay? Okay. So it's a nuke. It's a purge. It's an AoE nuke and purge. You can see that by the little, you see the little cross thing, the little flowery thing. That everything in that area. You don't believe me. I bet you don't believe me. Fuck you if you don't believe me. Dark Seer enemy. Nice. I know you don't believe me, so I'm gonna help you out. Believe me, okay? Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, whatever, who cares? Okay? Watch. It's a dispel. That's wired proving it's a dispel. It's a nuke. This is wired proving it's a nuke. You already know it's a nuke. And then watch. This is the part that you didn't believe me on that I'm gonna show you. It's an AoE damage and dispel. Boom. This guy got dispelled and it nuked him. Okay? The last part about the ability, this is the, I promise, last part about the ability, then we can move on to his other abilities, okay? It's a basic ability, guys. It's only got like 4 aspects to it that you gotta keep in mind. Okay, Kappa? It's a root. And the root duration, a root, by the way, it's a root. It's not a stun, it's not a silence, okay? I do it on him, okay? Watch, you know, he can still, oh shit. He can still stomp. I didn't just demonstrate that because I didn't have the, you know, he can still stomp and shit. He can still cast spells. He just can't move, okay? That's what it does. It's a root. Nothing else, okay? Alright. Good. Moving on. Okay, so it's a dispel. It's a root. It's a root based. This is the one last thing I forgot to mention. Based on the duration that you channel it for. So it's 1.5 seconds here. You can see that. If I just flick it, it's like half a second. Okay, and it is not a mini stun. Very important to note that. Some people think it's a mini stun. It's not. Okay, you can't do this to channel TPs. Oracle has no natural ways of canceling TPs. Okay, you can't, like, you can get a Yule's. It's a nice item on him, but this doesn't cancel TPs, this doesn't cancel TPs, this doesn't, and your ulti certainly doesn't. Okay. That'd be stupid if it did. That wouldn't make any sense. Anyways. Alright. His W, it's called Fate's Edict. It disarms the target, right? I can't attack right now if I wanted to with this centaur. Look at him. He's damaging me, he can't attack me. Okay? In addition to disarming the target, it makes them 100% spell immune, and you can see that right here. Magical damage reduction, or resistance, it buffed up to 100%. This is very similar, but not the same to BKB. You heard me, right? Very similar, but not the same as BKB, okay? And what do I mean by this? What I mean by this is that if I do this to him, and then I cast a magical damage nuke, look, it hurts him, right? Or it doesn't. No, it doesn't hurt him, okay? Do this. Do this. Okay, I did it too many times because as we talked about, this ability is a dispel. We'll talk about that combo in a second. But basically, I do this and I do this. Okay, fuck. It does hurt him because it dispels him at the same time. But if I do this, and then I do this, which doesn't dispel him, look, it's not damaging him. It's actually healing him, but we'll talk about that in a second, okay? So this ability, 100% spell immune, okay? But they 100% spell damage immune, but they can still take crowd control. That's very important to note. They can still take crowd control, okay? Because they're not. What's the properties of BKB again? Let me look it up. This is how you know things, by the way. Okay, it says they grant spell immunity and 100% magical damage reduction. This only grants magical damage reduction. There's no spell immunity. Okay, this guy's not immune to spells. He just doesn't feel them. Okay. TLDR. Undying Picker is already saying what? The only meat I eat is cock. Okay. BKB gives spell immunity. And Oracle's W does not. It only gives 100% magical resistance, okay? Last but not least, you got your E. Your E, and notice, I glanced over the ability. We could talk about like the cooldown and shit as it scales, but I'm just trying to explain the basic abilities of all this shit, okay? That's why I didn't mention how this ability scales. That's why I'm not mentioning how any of these abilities. We're just trying to get basics down, because there's some, I know, there's at least one of you motherfuckers in my chat right now that has never seen Oracle. You don't know what he does. You're scared to touch him. He's such an easy hero. I have a pretty good win rate on him, although it has unfortunately declined. 27-20. Ah, fuck, dude. Man, I used to have such a better win rate on this hero. Fuck. Alright. And I lost some games and then rip. But I'm a pretty good Oracle, okay? I think I'm a pretty good Oracle, okay? So anyways. So yeah, you got his E. His E is a nuke. It does damage. It does magical damage. You might not believe me because it didn't look like it did any damage, so I'll show you. Notice, it's doing damage to him. It's a very strong nuke. I told you I wasn't going to oh shit, he's going to heal a fuck ton. I told you guys that I wasn't going to explain scaling too much, but basically know that this is like one of the strongest nukes in the game, okay? You notice, it does 360 damage, right? That's a normal ability, okay? That's like, fuck, do I have... He does 250. Let me go to Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman's a good hero to compare this to. For normal abilities. For hero, Shadow Shaman? No, wait. Oh, come on. Okay. Notice, this ability scales up to 320. And this is one of the strongest level 1 nukes of the game. Look at that, 140 damage. This ability starts at 90, okay? So, Ether Shock is a pretty good nuke, but it's still 40 damage less than Oracle's E. Your E is insanely powerful from a damage perspective, as well as many other things. Okay? Just know that. This is a very strong ability for multiple reasons that we'll get into. But for a nuke, from a nuking standpoint, Earth Spirit is a great example. Earth Spirit with this kick, pull, roll combo, that's all three of his abilities does 500 damage. This ability, with one ability that is very spammable, as you can see, 2.25 second cooldown. Well, we won't talk about that yet, but still, like 360 damage in one ability. That's almost 2 of Earth Spirit's abilities. Now, granted, this ability doesn't have any crowd control related to it, but it's a very strong ability, okay? Does a lot of damage. Alright? Does a lot of damage, as you can see. Here's some things that you don't know if you've been listening to me thus far and you think that you know everything I've said so far. This is something I bet you don't know, okay? Well, not this part. I'm going to tell you guys that this heals. This also heals. So you damage somebody, and then you always heal them for more than you damage them, unless you have, like, a veil or some crazy shit like that, okay? Unless you reduce their magic resistance, or you get... I wonder if Aether Lens works that way. I actually do. The spell damage increase, but the healing wouldn't. That'd be kind of cool. But this ability always heals for more than it damages. Even at level 1, it heals for 9 more health than it damages. Something you didn't know is that it actually heals for more than 9 more health. Because check this out. The damage type on this ability is magical. Which means, even if it says it's doing 360, no, it did not do 360. Wait. Did it? What the fuck? It shouldn't have. It said 360, right? It's 163. And then he drops down to what? This would be so much easier if I was better at math. 163 dropping down to 1410 or some shit like that. 1370. Calculator. Oh my god. 1310 we said, right? One more time. What? Hey, Oracle. Back off, man. I need him. 1370, okay. I'm sorry, I have to do this quick calculation. 1370. And then he's at 16. I'm sorry, this is for the legitimacy of the stream bot though, so that you guys don't think that I'm lying to you. Alright, see, yeah. Whoa, that's pretty substantial. There's no way. My math is wrong. There's no way. Is that 25%? This is saying that I'm doing 273 damage, but there's no way that's 25%. 100 off? That's like a third of the damage. Could that be possible? That's like almost a third of the damage. Here, 360 times 0.25. 90. It should be doing... Huh. That's weird. It should be doing... Okay. Alright. So the math was right. I'm so sorry. My math... It just didn't make sense in my brain. This ability does 270 damage, okay? But it heals for 396. This ability almost heals, or heals almost, for like a substantial amount more than the ability, okay? The math is there. I leave you to it, okay? If you want to figure out percentages. We're going to take off the headphones. Because I can talk better without them. How's my hair doing? No, I'm just kidding. Okay? It heals for a lot. Heals for a fuck ton when you consider the damage that it does. It's still a very powerful nuke, and every nuke in the game that does magical damage and not pure damage, to my knowledge, that I can... I'm probably wrong, because Dota is Dota, but most magical damage nukes get reduced by magic resistance. So you shouldn't say, oh, this ability is actually really bad, it only does 270 damage. Like, no, most nukes in the game get reduced by 25%, unless you're against a Meepo, or a Visage, or a... Who else? There's other heroes that have, like, less than... Viper? Maybe Viper. I don't know. I know that Visage and Meepo. Meepo has more and Visage has less. But anyways, it's a very, very powerful nuke still. And it synergizes directly with your Q, because if you want to use it as a nuke, you just do this, and then they're healing up, and you're like, no, stop that, and then you just Q, right? The way you do this, though, is important, because, like, you want to do it so that your Q hits the target after you E them. So if I did something like this, right, if I was like this... then that would be a bad combo because he's healing still. So the way that I always do it is I just spam the fucking buttons. Here, let me... I'm not actually joking. This is 5K plays right here, okay? I walk up to my target, and I'm just like this. Yeah, and see it usually, no matter how quick you spam it, it will always... I'm not going to say always. Usually, no matter how quick you spam it, it will pretty much always be purged. I've never had a problem where I've been, like, concerned about that kind of shit. Because the Q has a projectile, but your E doesn't. So you have a lot of leeway. Sometimes it can be worth it to just hit them with 2 E's and then Q. It's mana efficient, and it also, like, is kind of damage efficient, because you usually don't want to be using this ability as an actual damaging ability unless you're trying to, you don't want to use this ability as a damaging ability unless you can follow it up with your Q, or unless you know it's going to kill the target, right? So what I mean by this is that, like, if I use this ability right now, right, it will not kill him. and I'll be very sad if he backs off, because he's going to actually end up healing for quite a lot more. Because it only, and the 270 damage thing, that applies to enemies and allies. It's going to do 270 damage to him, but it's going to heal him up for 396, which means he's going to gain about a net worth of 126, not even about, that's like exactly, he's going to gain exactly 126 HP off of my little fuckery, okay? Just because I couldn't count numbers or shit, this kid just got healed for free. So if you're about to kill somebody with this ability and it's maxed out, just if they have less than 276 that we said, I think was the figure, then you can use it. Like right now I could kill him, now I can't. Right now I can't. Right now I could, right now I can't. It gets a little hard when he starts healing up too much. So like, I'll show you what I mean. Right now I could, now I couldn't, okay? 276. Always remember that number. Otherwise, you will be very sad and your team will start to hate you because you're giving your enemies free HP. Okay? All of his abilities, every single one of his abilities can be cast on allies. And in fact, your ulti can only be cast on allies. Okay? We didn't talk about that yet, but that's important. And I'm trying to teach you combos, but I'm also trying to teach some of you guys the hero, because I know that Revito and Undying Picker aren't the only people in this chat that are looking for advice on Oracle. And some of you guys probably have never played Oracle in your life. And maybe you're getting something out of this. I don't know. Maybe you could let me know. If you're not getting anything out of this, let me know, because I don't want to waste your time or my time. I could be coaching somebody right now, or I could be playing solo queue. But if you're getting something out of this and you're genuinely learning from the math that I'm trying to break down on this hero, then please let me know. You'll make this into a YouTube video. I think Oracle is easy. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Maybe we'll make this into a YouTube video. We'll see how long this treads. Anyways. So we talked about his basic abilities. They can all be cast on his allies. They work in the exact same function, except his Q doesn't damage. His E does. So if you notice, Qing my Shadow Shaman doesn't do shit. I E him though, and it does do shit. The Q, the only aspect of it that doesn't apply to allies is the damage. It's still, and the stun. Actually, it's kind of cool. I take that back. This is an important interaction that I want to tell you guys about. It does damage and root targets the same way. Notice that? If you cast it on allies, which can be very, very helpful. Alternatively, if you cast this on an enemy, right, it purges... Oh, fuck, he's not in range. It purges both. What? Whoa. I didn't know that. Okay. Fun fact. Does not purge both. Thought it did. Could have sworn that it did, but it doesn't. So, yeah, pick your purge targets wisely, because allies and enemies are different in that respect. See, I've got a... buff on Darkseer and a debatable debuff on Shadow Shaman. It doesn't actually do anything to him. But if I cast my Q on him... Okay, that is so weird. Dota 2. Fuck me. Okay. So check this out. Fun facts. I just learned something too. If Darkseer casts his W on himself, and then you cast your Q on him, and allies are nearby to like also get Q'd, right, and they have his Ion Shell on them, they do not get purged, okay? They do not get the Ion Shell off of them. However... Whoops. If Darkseer... Oh my god, I can't stand too close, otherwise he dies. If Darkseer is near this guy, and I'm like, no, I don't want my ally to get Ion Shell on him, I can channel it on him, and then it purges both the Ion Shell on this guy and the Ion Shell on this guy. I don't know why. Dota 2, fun fucking Dota 2. Fun fact, I'm wrong. That's basically it. Sorry. Sorry that I'm wrong, but I am wrong. Fun fact, I'm wrong, guys. Fun fact, I can be wrong sometimes. I don't know every hero. I mean, dude, like, I don't know all the interactions. I just know the main ones, like with Ancient Apparition, which we can talk about in a second. Ancient Apparition does not counter this hero as much as you would think, but it does have his fair strengths. Does Blink Disjoint? Yes, Blink Disjoints. And actually, wait, Blink. This is very important to note, because if you're doing some shit like casting your Q and then your E, right? They can... can I do this? I don't know if I can do this right. I can't do it right. I need somebody else here with me. If you throw the Q animation in the air, and then they... Here, watch. We'll try it. And then you... Oh, I got it. And then you... Yeah, see... Okay, that... Yeah, that was it. So, why did I make this so much harder than I wanted to? If I throw the Q animation in the air, right, and they blink it, and then you E them afterwards, then you're going to be really sad because you just healed this guy because he disjointed your shit. So be careful about that, okay? Takes a pro to do it, but, you know, they can do it. Usually you'll just want to, in that case, you'll just want to start with your E, because your E will cancel the Blink Dagger, so you won't have to worry about that shit. Alright? Alright. Moving on to important stuff. His ulti. We didn't talk about his ulti yet. His ulti... Oh man, this is going to be a fun explanation. Okay, first and foremost, it's a good ability, okay? You've picked a good hero. Congratulations. Secondly, the mechanics of the skill that are not confusing, but probably confusing to you when you first, like, get a hold of the ability. You snapshot their health, okay? We're going to look up the definition of the term snapshot because some of you guys don't know what this means. Snapshot. Oh, fuck. Okay. Snapshot in gaming. Look, snapshot in gaming means that you're taking whatever the value is and you're just holding it there as a placeholder, okay? So if we get this guy kind of low, come over here, we fucking ion showman. Oh my god, no, kill him! Okay, good. Okay, right? He's slowly regenning health and shit like that, and you know, he's gonna heal over time. How do I want to do this? I don't want to kill him. I guess I have more Shadow Shamans to go around, right? Let me just actually clear your Centaur. Okay, good shit. We're gonna put you guys off to the side, though. Not the Oracle, though. Alright, if I cast this shit on him, and then they come over and they start bludgeoning my Shadow Shaman, they don't actually do anything to him, okay? And maybe I can actually keep him alive. I bet I kept him alive. What do you think? Oh, false promise is not false. Alright, it snapshots their health. That means that it takes their health at its current value and it just stops it from moving. The only exception to this that I can think of off the top of my head is Axe. I don't think Ancient Apparition does. I'm going to say he doesn't. I'm going to say he doesn't, but I'm going to be wrong. I guess we could test it. Great Hero, Ancient Apparition. Enemy. Sick. Okay. So you guys need to get him low, but don't kill him. Okay. I need to get you to, like... Well, he can take one more hit. Nice. Okay. Use this. Oh, shit. Okay, sick! Okay, no, not sick. Okay. I was about to say, damn, Oracle, you're so good. But it doesn't work like that. Ancient Apparition, anything that says it'll instantly kill them, basically. This says instantly shatter. Axe says he'll instantly kill them. Anything that instantly kills you when you're low on HP will still instantly kill you when you're low on HP. Okay, Oracle is not super OP. He's just kind of OP. So, it snapshots their health. What does that mean? Well, that means unless you're playing with a Huskar or you're playing against Ancient Apparition. Well, that basically means that if you're playing with a Huskar, you want this motherfucker to get this Fogre as low as possible, and then you just want to ult him so he can just go to town for like 8 seconds or 7 seconds or 6. Yeah, it's 7, 8, 9. You just want him to go to town, like, because, you know, this is a Huskar. Like, he's doing a crap ton of damage this whole time, you know. It's good shit. So, that's important. Okay? Playing with a Huskar, it snapshots its health, which means you don't want to cast it when the motherfucker's full. Okay? Cast it when he's full, and then watch him get nuked down. You're going to have a very sad time, because your carry just did nothing, right? If you... Check this out. Here's the best case example of what I'm trying to talk about. Just create a Huskar. We'll level him to 25. Well, I guess that leveled everybody. Whatever. So, you know, he's sitting there. He's Huskar. He's doing his Huskar things. He's like, oh shit, Oracle, help me out. And then you do some shit like this. Well, check this out, right? This Huskar's sitting there. He's at his weakest point when he's full HP. And then, boom, he just dies, okay? For Huskar is one of the most insane combos with Oracle. But if you do not do it correctly, you will just probably lose the game outright, okay? So there's a lot of skill on the Oracle. We'll call it skill. It's probably not really skill. Yeah, there's a lot of skill, we'll say, on the Oracle to not fuck it up, okay? So don't fuck it up. You're the playmaker, not the Huskar. The Huskar goes in deep, and you just sit there and do your things, okay? So let's respawn the Huskar. That respawned my hero. Okay, Dota 2. We'll just wait for him to respawn, okay? But on most other heroes' cases, it doesn't matter when you snapshot their HP, unless you're against an Axe or an Ancient Apparition. Which, thankfully, we have an example of this game. Let me show you something about Ancient Apparition. Some people think this hero actually counters you. You counter him in some ways. So if I snapshot his HP right now, he shouldn't be healing, right? You would think that he's not healing, correct? Because he had that Ancient Apparition shit on him, right? Well, he just healed. Ancient Apparition is really only super strong against this hero when he gets an Axe, because his Axe lasts so long. It's like 17 seconds, and your ulti only lasts like 9 seconds. So it makes it really hard for you to use your ulti appropriately. But remember when I said that it snapshotted your health? I meant that it snapshotted your health. That means that even though his ulti says that you can't heal during it, and like, this should kill him, right? This should probably kill him, you would think. Oh shit, this might actually kill him. Don't actually kill him, Oracle. What the fuck? Yeah, look, it didn't kill him, even though he had the Ancient Apparition bullshit on him. And the reasoning for that is like what I just stated. You are like the only hero that can heal people through Ancient Apparition's ulti, because it snapshots their health and it starts doing calculations. And I won't get too crazy here, but basically, numbers start turning and it's like net damage. It's like, damn, like, it says fuck the healing thing. We just want to calculate damage. That's all it's doing. It's just calculating damage, which also means that his ulti still does damage because Ancient Apparition's ulti does damage to you. It just won't worry about the whole it doesn't heal you thing. The only exception to this is if you cast your ulti, right, and it runs for a bit, right, and then he casts his bullshit, and then he gets a bunch of damage on that target, right? Now he will not heal, and he's just going to take the damage. What? Whoa. What? You're shitting me. Die. Please die. I think he's just healing because I'm healing him. Yeah. Alright. Sorry. Here we go. I'm sorry. I made that way harder than it. Fuck. I already fucked it up. Didn't I? Yeah, I think I already fucked this up. Okay. Give me a second. I'm not wrong. I promise I'm not wrong. I understand where I went wrong, though. Okay. Go over there and beat him up. Spam your Q. Notice. Right? He still takes the damage, even though I healed him a few times in there. Okay? He will not heal if Ancient Apparition's ulti outlasts your ulti. So basically, don't cast your ulti first. If you see AA blast somebody, wait for a little bit so his ulti will run out by the end of your ulti, and then cast your ulti. Okay? Does that make sense? Don't count it. Don't get afraid and cast it afterwards. Just know that if you cast it, you have to cast it in such a time that allows for his ulti to run out, and then your ulti can stop. Can stop. Yeah, like his ulti runs out and then your ulti runs out because you want this ability to heal them, but it won't heal them if AA has this crap on you because you can't heal during AA's ulti, right? But you can still in Oracle's case you can still heal kind of. I know I made that confusing, but I know that some of you guys understood that, so I'm not gonna read too much into that. I'm pretty sure you understand what I'm talking about. Okay. And so we want to talk about other things. Let me think about something else to talk about. So we talked about basic combos with him, right? Like the important one is like your E and your Q. Whoops. Oh fuck. Why did I W? I need it. Your basic combo is this, right? It's your Q and then your your E, but you want to E better than what I just did. You probably just want to E first, generally speaking. Again, I just spam both buttons at the same time and it works out. But if I do it in WTF mode, it fucks up. So we can WTF it. This is literally what I do. This is Oracle, such a skillful hero, guys. Holy crap. And I'm trolling, by the way. He's a very easy hero, obviously. You just spam E and Q when you're trying to kill somebody, and if you're not trying to kill somebody, then you stay back, maybe get an Aether Lens. I prefer to go Mech, though, just like Earth Spirit. It's kind of why I like Oracle, is he can play somewhat like an Earth Spirit. You just stay back. You cast your ulti as you need to. You don't, generally speaking, want to, I mean, unless... If 5 people are chasing one person, right, and he's getting beat down and he got stunned, then you can feel free to whoops. Because I'm in... Okay, rip. This guy gets stunned. You can feel free to ulti, which purges that's a hard purge, by the way. Remember the purge table that we talked about? The purge table. We can just use the Oracle the Decision Maker thing that we were on earlier. Here we go. Scroll down to his ulti. I'm sure it'll tell the tale of what I'm looking for. False Promise. Is it a hard purge? Where does it say? Most negative effects and dispels. Does it say it's a hard purge? I'll believe it if it tells me it does. It's not going to tell me it does. I know this is a hard purge. I'm damn sure it is. Let me just check. Dispels Dota 2. The links that I'm going to teach you guys how to play this hero are redonkulous. False Promise. Okay, yes. This is your hard purge. Your Q is your soft purge. Notice you have some purges on your belt, right? Obviously your ulti can only be cast on allies, but your Q is amazing against Omni Knight. That's why in this current meta, I honestly think Oracle is getting really underrated in pubs. Like, I don't see him nearly as much as I feel like I should. And that's probably just attributed to the fact that there's no guys like this out here to teach you guys how to play the hero. But I got you covered, okay? Yeah, like I said, this ability is super good against Omni Knight and some other clutch heroes like Darkseer. You know, those are the only 2 that I can think of off the top of my head, but there's other heroes, I promise. Kappa. So, yeah. What was I on about that, by the way? I'm trying to think. You got your E, you got your Q. That's like a basic combo. It is efficient from a damage standpoint if you want to E somebody, wait for the cooldown, 2 seconds, and then E again, and then immediately Q afterwards. That is damage efficient. The problem that you run into with doing that is that if you E somebody, right, and you don't immediately Q them afterwards, you run the risk of them being able to escape you, and then you just heal them more. That's like check this out. I'm going to do it against this guy. He's just going to surge himself, and I'm going to E miss up. And, okay, in this case, I got lucky, kind of. You're really good against Darkseer, by the way, because he, you know, buff, you remove that shit. E him once, and then he surges himself, and then you E him again, and then you miss your Q, and then he just runs away because he just got healed by you twice. Like, you just healed him 200. You just healed 240 HP on this Darkseer, so he's really nice. Let me think. So, this is a damage-efficient combo, but you probably shouldn't do it unless you feel like it's damage efficient, it's time efficient, because you notice, if we un-WTF, if you just EQ, you've got a lot of downtime unless you're sure you can kill the target with your E, right? If you're not sure, then don't do it. Either kill the target or get them very low so that your allies can kill them. Like, it is worth it to get them low, and in fact, it's probably preferable from an ally standpoint to get them low so that they can just finish them off. But if you and your ally cannot kill them during your E, then don't fucking use the ability, because all it's going to do is make them run away feeling super happy because they just got healed up by you, right? I was on something else though that was very important. Oh yeah, check it out. All right, this is his damage rotation, right? This is one damage rotation that you can do. Okay, that is more efficient than just like fuck. We'll test it. Okay, I got an auto attack. You usually do get an auto attack. Oracle's got one of the most beautiful attack animations in the world. You'll see he's healing a little bit. Oops. Right, I got the one auto attack. See, that was more damage. This is more damage. There is a cutoff point, though, okay? There's a cutoff point between where you're trying to throw so many E's on the target before you Q that you're going to actually end up healing them in the long run. And what I mean by this, I think it's at 4. I think cast 1, cast 2, I'm even auto-attacking, cast 3, and then, like, see, look, that was basically the same damage as 2. 2 is your maximum. 2 is, like, your most efficient. If you want to do damage to somebody and you're sure they won't get away, just do an E, wait a few seconds, face your target so you don't have to worry about turn rate. Turn rate is super important on heroes like this because, watch, the difference between this and just simply this is pretty big, right? Especially when you're counting seconds of you healing the enemy target, okay? You don't want to fucking do that. Alright, we understand ourselves? Okay, good. Some last things to note. Your W is completely dispellable, for better or for worse. It's for better because you want it to be. Against an ally, obviously, this has direct implications. You can heal them, right? You put your W on them, it gives them 100% spell resistance, and you can just heal them afterwards. They recently nerfed / buffed the ability. Every time they touch Oracle's abilities, unless they like directly say this ability got worse, it doesn't necessarily get worse. Like, the disarm got decreased in duration, which could be good, but it's probably bad. Right, because you have control over the ability, so you want it to go in certain ways. So anyways, basically, if you're facing your target, follow me here, okay? If you're facing your target both times when you cast your E, you will be able to get 2 E's off on, oh my god, see? That was a situation where it's kind of iffy. If you're facing it and you're spamming it, you should be able to get 2 full duration E's off on your target with 1 W, which is really good for mana, right? W is your cheapest ability. It's 50. Your E is 80, right? You don't want to sit here and do this and then have to wait for an entire Fate's Edict to come off cooldown again before you can heal them again, right? You want to be mana efficient and you want to be time efficient. So you want to just boom, boom, cancel your animations if you need to, and then boom. You can only do this, I think, starting at level 3. Nah, it's level 4. 3 is a stretch. This has a 2.25 second cooldown, so if I did something like this, like, imagine a 1.5 second less. Yeah, you can only do 2 heals during level 4, and you gotta be quick about it. Why does Oracle have such cheap abilities? I don't know, man. He has to spam them. Like, his E is 2.25 second cooldown. His Q is 6. His W is 7. I mean, his int growth isn't the best. It's balanced, I think. Maybe. More or less balanced. We'll say less balanced. How about that? So yeah. So that's important, right? You can get 2 full duration E's off on your ally. You're gonna be doing this for allies, by the way. Do not heal your enemies unless they're Hellscar Kappa. You can get 2 full duration E's off on your target if you are level, I believe. It used to be level 3, but now it's level 4. They nerfed the ability pretty hard. It disarms them. I already talked about that. You can put your W on. This is really good for like Huskars or people that don't want to build BKB. This is really, really, really good to put on your enemies, right? Well, just assume this centaur is like an anti-mage, right? And he's coming over and he's beating on this guy. I can put my W on him. He's just stuck there, right? And the duration of this ability is 4.5 seconds, but the cooldown is 7 seconds. So you have a 3-second downtime in which their carry can rest easy or whatever, okay? Of fear for you just sucking them up dry, okay? This is obviously when this ability is maxed, and you usually max this ability last, so, you know, it's going to be a while before you can just fully perma bullshit somebody. But when you can, it's really nice, okay? It's really nice. Like, this ability, if they don't get a BKB, they're going to be feeling the hurt in their damage. And I've won games because of this. I was going to say a few other things. And obviously, you can purge this ability off too. So if I want to do this, but then I want to Q him, because I'm like, okay, it's go time. Let's hit him with all of our magic ability. Like, so he's attacking your carry, right? His carry versus your carry. His carry is winning. He's sitting there doing this bullshit. But then your anti-mage, like, you had 2 anti-mages in the game, right, Kappa? No. This is a quap, and she blinks away. Then you can just, like, after she blinks away, you can just be like, alright, let's hit him with our nukes. Let's go, you know, or some shit like that. Be careful about that, though, because you don't want to follow up with your nukes usually, because you got your Q and cooldown. That is technically a combo, though. Check it out. I'll show you the combo. It's like a full combo. I just realized I didn't understand it. Use your W on the target, and then when you're ready to hit him, you do this, and then you hit 1 E, right? And I told you this was damage efficient when you hit 2 E's. This is kind of damage efficient. I would probably get a 30 in there. I'd actually probably wait before I hit him with a nuke. But you can run the cooldown on your Q and make it really efficient. It's really nice. Let's see. I think that's about it. I talked about his beautiful attack animation. He has the lowest base attack time in the game, and he has a really smooth attack point. I love playing Oracle for his attack point. Oh my, look at that. His damage is like fair too. It's not even bad. Like his base damage I'm talking about. Obviously I'm level 25, so I've got a distorted image because I've got like, you know, 113 intelligence, but this is still like, I think it's really beautiful. Some people, it's one of the reasons why some people like to go right click on this hero. I don't like to go right click on this hero, but some people do. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. I'm just going to tell you that I'm not a huge fan of right click on this hero. They usually do it after they get some support items, so I'm not saying that to troll. I'm saying like usually they play support and then they get like an Orchid. Orchid's kind of, I've gotten Orchid before, I'll admit that, but not Maelstrom. Jeebus has gotten a Maelstrom. Is Jeebus still in the chat? Jeebus, can you vouch for me? You've gotten a Maelstrom on Orchid before, or on Oracle before. Yeah, but we're not gonna wait for that. So yeah, there's his Q. Good ability. I talked about it pretty in-depthly, you know. It's got a cooldown on it. Cooldown scales dramatically. Your build with this hero, sorry, I forgot that. Always start level 1 Q. In the rare circumstance that you want your W, it is quite rare. It's quite the rare occurrence. Does this ability, what the frick? I'm curious, 1 second. Wow, that's weird. I never knew that. The ability's range, cast range, scales up with levels. Notice. Never knew that. Very interesting. But yeah, you're basically always going to want to max your E first after you get a value point in your Q and a value point in your W at level 4. So your build is Q, E, and then E again, sorry, and then W, so you can have a heal, then E again, level 5, then obviously ulti at level 6. It only costs 100 mana now, so it's a really good ability to get level 6. You'll usually have it. And even if you can't heal somebody with it, it's really nice just to, like, you know, it's got the hard dispel on it, and it's also really nice because regen is double, right? Any healing, and it says it right there, any healing that is delayed by false promise is double. So that means damage is a 1 times multiplier, healing, including health regen, is a 2 times multiplier. So if there's like a centaur, and he's walking around with like 3 health a second, he's got like a Tego pop in or some shit like that, then you can just like make his regen super good, you know. Instead of 7 health, it's like 14 health. It's really nice. It could be the difference between him living or dying. It's also in conjunction with what I was saying is one of the reasons why you should probably always get a stick on this hero no matter what, because in the rare cases when you need to ult yourself in a team fight so you don't die and so that you can contribute to the team fight, you can just pop your stick, and then a 10 charge stick is like 300 or 400 health. It's pretty good. Okay. Builds. I already talked about how you max your E, you go Q, E, E, W, E, R, then max your Q for the nuke damage and the cooldown, then max your W, obviously. Let me think. Items. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I usually try to get a stick. Some games I go earn if I, like I told you on Earth Spirit, if I feel like I need the +6 strength. It's also really nice if you're snowballing. But most of the games I just rush straight into Arcane Boots. I obviously play this hero position 5. Or maybe that's not obvious. I play this hero position 5. I don't play in position 4. He can excel as a position 4, but honestly, he deserves position 5. He realizes his full potential with very few items. If he gets a mech, he's pretty much good for the game. You know, maybe Guardian Greaves at most. One of my favorite things about Oracle is that he's a kill steal master. So oftentimes you'll be buying all the wards, but you'll still be getting kills anyways, and like because this ability has to kill them, otherwise rip, right? Well, not rip, otherwise salvation. So you'll get a lot of kills on this hero, just the nature of the hero. So it's super cool. It's good. And so I'll play him as a position 5. I like to get Arcane Boots as soon as possible, getting wards and courier and shit like that all the while. I like to go mech, and if you get mech and you get especially Guardian Greaves, that's usually where people go right click. I personally do not go right click, I go more utility. So if I need a Yules, I like to spam my abilities on this hero, like literally spam the fuck out of him. If somebody needs healing in a team fight, I do not want to ever have to be like, oh shit, I don't have mana for you, sorry. Okay, I want to always be able to help my team if I can, because that's what this hero, in my opinion, is. Like, quite literally, he is just helping your teammates, and also kind of being a pain, thorn in the side of your enemies. So, I'll go mech, I'll go Guardian Greaves. Sometimes I go Yules if I need a purge, or if I just need to hold people down and lock them. Sometimes I go, like, very rarely do I ever go, like, Scythe. Blink can be pretty good on this hero. Force Staff can be pretty solid on this hero. Most of the abilities or items that you'd think are pretty good on Earth Spirit are pretty good on Oracle. With a few exceptions, right? Like, I wouldn't go BKB. I probably wouldn't go Veil. Aether Lens could be really good on this hero. But I would probably just mostly stick to Mech and a Guardian Greaves. That's a really solid build. Obviously, you get a stick, like I told you. It's really nice if you can get an Urn just for your own survivability, and then also the ability to ult somebody and then Urn charge them for like 800 HP. But realistically, they're going to be in a fight. And fun fact about... one sec, I got an idea. Really fun fact about Urn, right? Is there an enemy here that's like super low? No. Really fun fact about Urn that you probably didn't know is that even during your ulti, Urn can still get popped by a simple auto attack, just like that. So you'll still heal them for a little bit, assuming they don't get auto attacked by a hero, but like, I don't know, I find that it's seldom worth it if I'm super far behind to try to halt my Arcane Boots for an Urn. Like, if I'm super far behind and I'm struggling to get everything, I just want Arcane Boots. That's all I want. The hero even says something when he gets Arcane Boots. Can I demonstrate that? Bet I can. I don't actually have my microphone on, so you're just going to have to... Or my headphone on, so... Watch, I bet he says it. I know he just said it. He said Arcane Boots. Okay, he likes Arcane Boots. He likes mana. You need mana. Get mana. Let me think. I think this is pretty much it. I think I covered, like, everything that there is to cover in terms of basics. Obviously, just play the fuck out of this hero, and you'll understand pretty much everything there is to know about the actual hero himself, not just the basics. Like, I can't show you those kinds of things, though. I mean, you could watch my stream, I guess, and every once in a while that I play him, maybe you can learn it. But mostly, if you play him, spam him like I do your Spirit, you'll learn him. I guarantee it. He's not actually a hard hero. He's not daunting at all. He doesn't have multiple unit micro or any of that crap, okay? He's literally just know my abilities, know what they do, and be able to not screw it up. Just like Winter Wyvern's W, right? When Winter Wyverns cast their W on a target that they don't mean to do anything to, it's just like that shit, dude. You're going to play your first few games, you're not going to do anything, you're going to feel bad about it, and then every game after that, you're going to be golden, you're going to get free wins. Super good. Okay. And that's it. So I am going to make a lot of this. So do Serenos. I'm going to be back in like 2 seconds.